Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Somebody's got to say it. Impromptu Tuesday. I'm your girl, Lavonda, and today I just want to talk about stop running. And what I mean about stop running is stop running from who you're destined to be. Some of you all know that you have a call on your life, and you use excuses like, I'm waiting for a sign, or I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see what I need to do. You don't have to try to figure all that out if you just stop running and take time enough to stand still, be planted somewhere so you can grow. Stop running, stay somewhere so that you can grow. Sit down in one spot long enough so that you can hear. And when wisdom is coming to you, stop rejecting it, because sometimes other people can see in you what you can't see in yourself. You sit around and you try to figure out, why this keep happening to me? Why that keep happening to me? Could it be that God is trying to get your attention? That's why he has you in the position that he has you in. When you refuse to obey, things are going to continue happening. And when you feel like your back is up against the wall, you don't know whether to turn left, right, you just can't move, you're just stuck. That's when you know God got you right where he wants you. And sometimes he won't even allow people that you know can help you. He won't even allow them to help you. Know why? Because he don't want you to make them your God. He wants you to turn to him. So why don't you just stop running and embrace who you are destined to be? Walk into your abundance. Walk into your purpose and your promises. I'm not saying the road's going to be easy, but I promise you it'll be better. Because once you know, you'll see how much easier it is to go through your storms, your trials and tribulations. Because you'll know he's ever present. And once you make up in your mind that you want to stop running, make sure and very sure that you don't allow the opinions of others to dictate your desire to change and stop running. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to have some people that's going to try to stop you or get in your way. But it's up to you to decide whether you want to stop running, get somewhere and be planted and put some roots down. You got to put some roots down somewhere. Just make sure they're the roots that's going to bear good fruit. Because at some point in time in your life, you should reach that breaking point or that age where you should say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of the things I'm going through. I'm sick and tired of the curveballs that life is throwing me. You gotta get to that point where you want to stop ripping and running and trying to be everywhere, fit in places that you don't belong. When you start going to places and you begin to feel uncomfortable, that's when you know it's time for you to stop running, because those things no longer suit or fit your life. Stop trying to sit at tables that don't suit you. Stop dumbing down yourself because of what other people want for you. You got to stop running. And so what if people start talking? Let them talk. They talked about Jesus. But it's time for you to stop running. I wrote a book, and it's called, Lord, I'm trying to understand why I suffer so much. Read the book if you want to understand. Jesus suffered, but you know what? Even when it got hard, he didn't stop suffering because he wanted us to have a right to the tree of life. So stop running. Be who you are meant to be. Because you're going through these things because you have a purpose and a promise over your life. And the only way that you'll truly be able to walk in it and see what's on the other side, you got to stop running. Everybody's not going to like it, but so what? Guess what? When you decide to stop running and put down some roots, the very people that try to discourage you from doing it will be the ones that'll need prayer from you. They'll call, oh, I need you to pray for me because, I know you can get a prayer through. You can get a prayer through too if you decide to stop running. When it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, it is not going to be easy to talk to any and everybody. But get you somebody that you can trust that does not have a hole in their mouth to help you along the journey. You can't talk to everybody because if you're trying to gain a spiritual mindset, a change of mindset to change your life, you can't talk to somebody with a carnal mind, who's still dealing with everything out there in the world, who don't want to change or who don't see nothing wrong with what they're doing or the way they're living. That won't be the person that you need to go to. And if you feel like you don't have nobody to talk to, find you a secret place, a quiet place, and begin to cry out to God and let him know, Lord, I'm tired of running. If you sit there long enough, you'll hear a quiet, still voice speak back to you. Stop running. And it don't matter who supports you or who don't support you. Just do what God says do. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Because I've had a lot of things, that I've done or that, God was giving me to do. And I sit back and I wonder, do I need to really do it or, keep running from what he called me to do? Being afraid of who would or who would not support me. But I learned to get over people. And that's one thing you have to do. You have to get over people. Don't worry about people pleasing. But because I can promise you from experience, I know the very people that you always support won't be the same ones that'll support you. But guess what? God always got a ram in the bush, and he got another door that he'll open. Because why they think they're hurting you by not supporting you, God always got somebody else that'll support you. So stop running and stop worrying. Be who you're meant to be. You do not have to walk this journey alone when you decide to stop running. But I promise you, it may not be easy, but it definitely gets greater later. And stop running every time somebody tries to give you wisdom or knowledge and you want to run because you're offended or because your feelings are hurt. Take the emotions out of the equation so that you can hear. Because once you begin to hear, you'll get some clarity and direction. Stop being so easily broken, so easily offended, easily angered, or throwing temper tantrums every time somebody tries to tell you something right because you don't want to hear it. Guess what? That wisdom they're giving you, you're going to hear it later. And then you're going to start and think, you know what? I should have listened back then. But shoulda, coulda, wouldas won't cut it. Because sometimes the people that you think are offending you, they see something down the road that you don't see. And it may not be good. And they're just trying to stop you in your tracks before it happens. Because they care for you, because they love you. Don't let the enemy play with your mind and make you think that they're just talking about you or they're trying to put you down or they just don't want to see me happy. They don't want me to have nothing. Not true. Sometimes people don't want you to take the long way around that they took. They want to help you learn how to take the shortcut, the straight path, so that you can get to your destiny, your purpose a lot quicker than they did. That's why they taught you. That's why they tell you things that you don't want to hear. That's why they have the hard conversations with you. Sometimes you just got to stop and sit down and listen to the hard conversation. You got to have the hard conversations so that you can get to where you're going. So today I admonish you, I encourage you to stop running. It's time to live your best blessed life. And you can do it if you stop running, bouncing here and there, here and there. Because everywhere you go, especially church hopping, if they're on one accord, they will be talking about the same thing. So what you're going to do? Keep running every time the same word comes to you? No, stop running. Stop being offended. Sit down. Get rooted so you can grow. If you don't get rooted, you won't grow. You will stay dying. You will continue dying because you refuse to grow. Stop running every time somebody tells you something that you don't want to hear. They're just trying to help you. So make up in your mind today and decide, are you going to stop running today? Stop running and see what real change looks like, what real healing looks like. Allow yourself to be transformed so you can heal and stop running and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Remember, change starts with you, not other people. It starts with you. Let go of your pride, your ego. Let go of fear and doubt. Step into your purpose and see what the end gonna be. Thank you for tuning in to Impromptu Tuesday. I'm your girl, Lavonda, and I hope y'all have a terrific Tuesday. And remember, be who God called you to be. Stop running. Talk to you later.